What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, shocking, bizarre, revealing news. Just a bizarre situation overall. As Matchroom CEO and promoter Eddie Hearn has now revealed that superstar, 5-time world champion, 3-division world champion, Gervonta Tank Davis, who is 30 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 28 wins by way of knockout, is now, instead of facing off against Lamont Roach Jr. in a rematch, a highly anticipated rematch of their March 1st showdown that ended in a controversial draw, that Tank Davis is actually looking at an exhibition bout first with YouTube sensation turned professional boxer Jake Paul. Now, keep in mind, I told you guys that the plan was for Gervonta Tank Davis to beat Lamont Roach March 1st. In June, tomorrow night, you're going to get Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. That was supposed to be the co-main event in New York on Netflix at Madison Square Garden. The main event is supposed to be Tank Davis versus Jake Paul. Let me say it again. The main event was supposed to be Gervonta Tank Davis versus Jake Paul. But Gervonta Tank Davis didn't uphold his end of the bargain. He arguably lost to Lamont Roach Jr. And that was a stain. And he couldn't go from that performance to fighting Jake Paul, right? But he wanted the bag. So remember, in the post-fight press conference, Gervonta Tank Davis told you, I want to do the rematch with Lamont Roach, who is 25 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws, 10 wins by way of knockout, and the WBA Super Featherweight World Champion, immediately. But it's not going to happen next because I already have other plans, which is Jake Paul. Another issue with the Jake Paul situation and Gervonta Tank Davis is that they want it to be a legit boxing match, a sanctioned boxing match, but they cannot find a commission that will sanction it due to the fact that Gervonta Tank Davis is a 135-pound lightweight fighter whose highest weight was 140, and Jake Paul competes at heavyweight, light heavyweight, and cruiserweight, right? So the lowest he's been is 175. So boxing commissions, and he's 6'1" with a 76-inch arm reach. Tank is 5'4", 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. So the weight is drastically different. And so boxing commissions won't officially sanction it. Hence the reason why Jake Paul said it would be an exhibition bout, because there's no boxing commission. They can't find one that will sanction the fight to be a real legit fight at a catchweight, right? So Jake Paul said it would be an exhibition, but it's still going to be a 10-round, 3-minute round fight. A legit boxing match. But it just won't reflect on the record. And they both want it to reflect on the resume, on the record, officially on BoxRec, okay? But they can't get it that way. So that's the difficulty. Now, Tank is scheduled to fight Lamont Roach August 16th. Today, as I'm doing this video, it is July. And this fight, today is July 10th. That means the fight is actually 5 weeks away. 5 weeks. Now, what I'm being told, there's no tickets on sale. There's no announcement. And Lamont Roach is the only fighter in this situation, the only person promoting this fight. And he can't say much because he said that Tank ain't even officially signed yet. But from what I'm being told, next Saturday, July 19th, you're going to get on the Manny Pacquiao, Mario Barrios morning of the pop-up press conference will be for Tank Davis, Lamont Roach to promote the fight. July 19th, which means that the fight will actually be less than 4 weeks away. It will be 3.5 weeks away. Because they supposed to fight August 16th. So it would be a little over 3.5 weeks before the actual fight's supposed to take place, with no promotion, no tickets on sale. In 3.5 weeks is bizarre. But as I told you guys, right, Tank Davis is not happy with the PBC and the way they're doing things. You can let them lie to you all they want to. I told you when it first, they were supposed to fight in Houston, Texas. And I told you the tickets was, Tank Davis announced the fight, Lamont Roach announced it, and then all of a sudden they told you they had issues with the venue in Texas. And I told you that was a lie. Okay, the fight was supposed to take place in October, then November, and you could call the Toyota Center. It was available. That was a lie. The money is not right. And then you saw the press conferences for Tank and Lamont Roach. Those two press conferences, they were low budget press conferences for Tank Davis. And I don't care who gets mad. That's the truth. And so now, as I told you guys, Tank Davis is still not happy with the way things are going. And listen to what Eddie Hearn had to say.
Times a year. And how much longer will they hold up?
So
for me,
just to give you a indication of what he's talking about representing Shakur Stevenson and the urgency to make the Tank Davis fight for Shakur Stevenson, because he nor Shakur Stevenson know how long his hands will hold up. And he can't fight 3 times a year, right? So it's best to make the Tank Davis fight as quickly as possible. Listen what he says.
He has difficulty with it. He's not able really to fight consistently 3 times a year. And how much longer will they hold up? So for me, that Tank fight, I mean, as I understand it, Tank's fighting Jake Paul, which is the most bizarre thing ever, but I'm sure it'll do massive numbers. He has difficulty with it. He's not able really to fight consistently 3 times a year. And how much longer will they hold up? So for me, that Tank fight, I mean, as I understand it, Tank's fighting Jake Paul, which is the most bizarre thing ever, but I'm sure it'll do massive numbers. And I don't know what happened with the Lamont Roach fight, but I just hope that, you know, again, I don't know Tank, but he looks like a guy that could get.
So you heard it right there. The whole situation is bizarre in itself. The fight had so much momentum, Tank and Lamont Roach, and they dropped the ball. It had so much momentum, so much traction, so much attention. It was plastered everywhere. In March 1st. Here we are talking about a possibility of it happening in August, the rematch. Let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But I told you, Tank is not happy with the situation at all whatsoever. He's not happy how he's being treated. He's not happy with the money. And he's looking forward to that Jake Paul money. Told y'all. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out, man. But we're going to talk about this live today at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure y'all tune into the live stream. Make sure y'all hit the notification button so y'all can get notified that we're going live at 2:30 p.m. We're going to go take a deep dive into this. That's all I got for y'all. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.